I'm alive. I just gotta promote the stream real quick and then we'll get started. Oof. There it is. There it is. Copy. Paste. 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 I gotta let my mom know. Yeah. Oh yes. Sorry. Hey Sky. Back to corrupt shit. Here we go. Oh. They are offering you $100,000 to acquit Leon Merville and Dre Covert of the charges they are being tried for. In return for accepting this offer, we promise you a lifetime of luxury, a luxurious life with your spouse and children. Just imagine it. Okay, but it's off to a great start. While you were getting ready to return home after the court, you received some news. After the hearing on match-fixing grounds, Abraham Brown quickly left the courthouse, avoiding the press. In the statement that followed, he stated that he would go abroad this evening to put things in order. Oh. Well, shit. Well, hold on. We got enough money for a bribe, so we'll get back in. We'll bribe the we'll bribe the cops. Yeah, that should be good. We'll try this again. An immediate loss, yeah. Abraham Brown quickly left the courthouse, blah blah blah. So yeah, let's try this again. Okay, we're good. We're good. Wait a minute. Where's my 100,000? Oh, does that come like after? Or like later? Where's my $100,000 in like peaceful life? Oh. Did that happen like a little later? Or is that just like completely a bluff just to like get me to release him? That's probably it. Marcellus Gray is charged with insult. Has a criminal record, sanity impaired. That's different. Oh, it's because he tested negative, yeah. The incident occurred at a restaurant called Riverfolk Grill in the city center. While delivery service employee Jordan Price was distributing orders to the tables, he was targeted with racist remarks by the customer named Marcellus Gray. Upon reviewing the security camera footage, it is clearly seen that Jordan was merely performing his duty and that there was no argument or provocation between the parties. Witness statements recorded by the restaurant management and other employees confirmed that the incident was entirely a personal attack by Marcellus Gray, and upon a complaint, Gray was taken into custody for processing. This is the statement of Mr. Price. I was distributing orders to the tables. When I approached table number 16, this man suddenly said my name and started hurling hateful words in my face. I try to stay calm because my job requires me not to engage in arguments. But what he said, as you can imagine, were not things easily forgotten. At that moment, I was simply doing my job. This is Mr. Gray's statement. I go to that restaurant often. Normally, they had a certain employee profile. The staff I saw that day, frankly, I thought they did not align with the restaurant's vision. I did not say my words to provoke, I simply expressed my opinion. We could speak freely in this country, right? My grandfather was a soldier. Do you know what my family has done for this country? That's why I believe some things need to be preserved. Jesus. Dialogue recorded by the voice recorder found on Jordan Price. Ugh. I don't even really want to reread this, because, like, it could be worse, but, like, calling someone a dog when, like, they haven't, like, oh, watch your words or else. Calling the police, okay. Threatening to call the cops. Gotcha. But yeah, I'm not reading that out loud. I may be corrupt, but, like, in real life, I am too squishy for that. Do you think the words you said fall under the scope of free speech? Saying something that someone dislikes does not make me guilty. That is my perspective. Why did you suddenly launch a personal attack on an employee? Because seeing such staff there disturbed me. It's that simple. Because I have to remember, we are corrupt. And you can call anyone a dog. Like, it can very well be used in, like, a very, like, discriminatory way, but it's more so on, like, the dehumanizing end rather than, like, specifically, like, targeting at a race, I think, from what I'm understanding, right? From, like, how a corrupt judge would think. Because, like, a corrupt judge would probably, like, let this slide. Because it's not like, he's, like, actively saying slurs. A corrupt judge would probably weasel around and, like, let this go. Very true, yeah. So as a corrupt judge, we're gonna let this guy go. Day. Charge of murder. Damn. So, Mira Malvorth, no criminal record, positive on the mental health test, has national status. Matt Malvorth does have a criminal record. Like, with the criminal records, I wish, like, you could, like, see, like, what they did. You know what I mean? Like, is it, like, one crime before and it was, like, a petty crime, or is it, like, a whole list? You know what I mean? Tested positive on the test, has national status. Celia Malvorth has no criminal record, positive on the mental health test, and has national status. Okay. A few days ago, Aaron Malvorth, who lived in his detached house in the Hollow Ridge area with his daughter and 2 grandchildren, was found dead in his room by his daughter in the morning. The autopsy revealed 3 sharp force trauma wounds in Malvorth's body. After the incident, the grandson, Matt Malvorth, left the house and disappeared, becoming one of the main suspects. As a result of this situation, an arrest warrant had been issued for Matt Malvorth, who has been identified as the main suspect. We've already stated this. Matt was found hiding at the house of his close friend Jalen Thorell in Hollow Ridge 2 days after the incident and was arrested. Based on Matt Malvorth's statement, his sister Celia Malvorth and his mother Mira Malvorth have been taken into custody for questioning. This is, Mr. Malvorth's statement. I know I appear suspicious because I ran away. I haven't been able to process what happened. I loved my grandfather. I'm not someone who would harm him. There have been long-standing arguments at my home due to the inheritance. My mother and sister were constantly arguing with my grandfather. Ooh. This is... Who's who? Mira would be the mom. Okay. So this is the sister's statement. I don't understand why I'm here. I believe the real suspect is my brother. You believe or you know is the difference. My mother and I were watching TV downstairs at the time of the incident, and my mother can testify to that. Why aren't you arresting my brother? I don't understand. He's a murderer. This is the mother's statement. It's hard for me to be here in the middle of my pain, but I believe the person responsible is clear. You should talk to him first. Please let me go. I need to handle my father's funeral arrangements. So, in her statement, she didn't confirm or deny Celia's statement. So that's important. Let me open this real quick. So, these need to go here. Probably one. Move this up. Move that over. Switch these around a little. Bring this over. Then it should be relatively smooth sailing from here. So then I can do this, bring that there. Hold on, this one over here. Then bring these over. Then this over. 212113. Well, that's the mom. Wait. 212113. 212133. Okay. I was right. DNA sample of hair and nail marks found on the body. DNA sample of Mira Malvorth. Doesn't match because of the two yellow things, I think, from my understanding. Doesn't match with him either. In fact, it even matches less because there's two. But it does match with her. With Celia. So the mom and sister worked together to kill the grandfather to get the inheritance, and they're trying to shovel him out of the way so that way they can get even more of the inheritance. So that it could be a lot easier to divvy it among the two of them and, like, not have him be anywhere. So, hold on. Let me talk to him. Can you explain the disputes regarding the inheritance mentioned in your statement, Mr. Malvorth? Your Honor, my grandfather had a considerable fortune, but he said he would donate the majority of it to charitable organizations. However, my mother and sister opposed the situation and were constantly arguing with him. They even sometimes threatened my grandfather. Miss Malvorth, what would you like to say about the inheritance matter your brother just mentioned? So I'll probably call them all Mrs. Malvorth and then the sister Miss Malvorth. That way, it's less confusing. Your Honor, my brother is lying to avoid punishment. He is a murderer and made up the inheritance story in his head. Do you have any evidence that could prove your brother is guilty? Miss Malworth? No, there isn't, but at the time of the murder was committed, my mother and I were downstairs watching TV, and how do you know at the time what time the murder was committed? I just heard sudden noises and assumed the murder was probably committed at that time. Then why didn't you go check when you heard noises? Do you know who committed the murder, Mrs. Malworth? In your statement, the person you identified as guilty is not clear. My son, Matt, committed the murder and fled immediately after. I can never have believed my son would kill my father, but this is what happened. So, how would a corrupt judge rule this? Because I think it's, like, too open and shut with the evidence. Do I just charge all of them with murder? Do I let them all go? Because the mom and the sister would get... Oh, wait, no. The mom... Yeah, the mom would have a sentence halved. Because she's over 50. So she would only get 7 years, but the sister would only would get the full 14. And then if I wanted to get him arrested, he already had a criminal record, so he would be getting 26 years. I mean, yeah, with, like, DNA and shit, like, I think there's, like, too much evidence to, like, really weasel around. So, the sister is getting 14 years, and the mom gets 7. Because of that bullshit bill. At least we got a raise. So yeah, we didn't get $100,000. That sucks. We might want to get... Jesus, no! 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 Why is it like thousands of dollars for like one drink? No! True, too much evidence, plus you don't want legal trouble for doing it wrong from all the clear evidence. Exactly. Because, like, we're corrupt, but we don't want them to know we're corrupt. You know what I mean? Like, people can, like, we could, like, say that it's, like with all the, like, the text that we saw, I think, in the previous corrupt stream, with, like, all of, like, the texts on, like, Twitter or whatever it's called, like, we could say as a corrupt judge, like, I'm just doing my responsibility, and some decisions are hard to make, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So, we could at least, like, plead stupid, or, like, plead, like, necessary evil kind of thing. Hi, Ma! So, for this case, the charge is bid rigging. With Lucia Marvin. No criminal record, positive health. test, national status. Wait a minute. Okay, so all of this is the same with criminal record, health test, and national status, but with Harold Zanter. Please, stupid is hilarious. In recent months, following the suspicious assassinations of the CEOs of Norvex Industries and Glenmore, Lucia Marvin and Harold Zanter were appointed as their replacements. Oh, so they actually, like, follow through on, like, what happened with, like, all of the assassinations going on. Shortly after, both companies transitioned to new management. 2 major government tenders were awarded for these companies with bids far below market value, and it was determined that they obtained both tenders through irregular means. The purchase figures listed in these tenders are well below market rates. As a result, investigations have been opened into the companies and the newly appointed CEOs have been detained. This is Miss Marvin's statement. When I took office, the pressure from the company was extremely heavy. The board of directors expected fast results. One morning, I received an email from the Ministry of Interior. The email stated that the state was seeking a strategic partner for certain projects and that awarding the tender to our company would be mutually beneficial. The email was official and also contained very serious threats if I refused. This is Mr. Zanter's statement. It hadn't even been 48 hours since I took the CEO's seat when someone who claimed to be a mafia boss contacted me. In the first message, he reminded me of what happened to the previous CEO and suggested that I act in accordance to avoid the same fate. He even knew the names of my family and my daughter's school. He directly threatened me. So the assassin was like a vigilante, I guess. Shit. Well, fuck. The mafia leader's only request from me was that our company apply for a specific government tender. Since the application was legal, I initially thought it was just an intimidation tactic, but the possibility of harm coming to my family frightened me. Let's get some evidence. This is a message to Miss Marvin. Hi, Marvin. As the Ministry of the Interior, we will offer you a special strategic partnership for the benefit of you and your company. Should you refuse, I must remind you that we will sink the value of your company shares overnight and destroy your company. This is to Mr. Zanter. Hello, Mr. Zanter. As the leader of the mafia, I will make you some offers. You may be wondering why the previous holder of your position is no longer alive. It's because he refused our offer. Therefore, I suggest you make your decision carefully, thinking especially about your daughter Mia. Oh, he refused the offer. Okay, so it's not vigilante. It's just outright an assassin. Gotcha. Thinking especially about your daughter Mia will make the process much simpler. I want you to know that we watch her every day as she leaves school. Ew. But these are both messages from M. Redrow. As the leader of the mafia, that took me out. Because who introduces themselves like that? Who introduces themselves like that? Why did you rely on such a risky tender and get involved? Your Honor, the formality of the message misled me, and in the face of the threats to destroy the company within the message, I was subjected to immense pressure by the board of directors. I had no other choice. Do you have even the slightest guess about who the sender might be? I'm not certain of its authenticity, but the tone of the message seemed to come from someone high-ranking. It felt like it was directly from the Minister of Interior himself. He provided me with a lot of information and details relating to the ministry. Why didn't you immediately contact the police regarding the threats made against you and your family, Mr. Xander? Sounds less like a mafia, more like a troll. Exactly! That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, that sounds like something I would say as like a joke or like a prank, where it's like, this is the mafia, and I'm going to explode your house. Or something stupid like that. Like, I couldn't take it seriously. I was forced to remain silent to protect my family. I could not put their lives at risk. We could do, a tactic that I think some courts do, where it's like, these guys aren't necessarily, like, the big bads. They're small. Like, we need to focus on, like, Mr. Redrow. That's who we're after, who we're probably just going to release anyway because we're corrupt, but, like, there's even less of a point of arresting these two, is my thing. Like, if we're not even going to arrest Mr. Redrow, then I see no point in arresting these two. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let these two go. Like, that's not even, like, a corrupt thing. That's just, like, something that I think that just happens, I think. Oh no, the wife's possessed. Well, time to go to bed. What is this? The compensation lawsuit filed by famous movie actress Mary Winston against her ex-husband, the well-known actor Josh Daniel. The parties went their separate ways approximately 3 months ago following a prolonged and contentious divorce case. It has been alleged that throughout the divorce process, Josh Daniel deliberately damaged Mary Winston's career and public image. The plaintiff, Mara Winter... Who the fuck is Mara Winters? This is Mary Winston. Is seeking $20 million in compensation, stating that due to this manipulation, both her job offers were cancelled and she suffered income loss because of the negative public image created. This is Miss Winston's statement. I cannot fail to say that this process caused me the most severe professional damage of my career. While our divorce case was ongoing, my ex-spouse Josh repeatedly appeared on live broadcasts and tried to portray me negatively to the public using unfair and distorted statements. Or he was just calling you out on your bullshit and, like, talking about his story about how he survived your toxic ass, but we'll look at the evidence later. Although I chose not to make any statements, what he said in each broadcast unsettled my business partners, and 2 major film contracts were unilaterally cancelled. Unilaterally. What? Huh? Unilaterally. Okay. Sorry. My brain thought that was a completely different word. The income I would have earned during this period was around $20 million. I am seeking compensation for all material and moral losses incurred. This is Mr. Daniel's statement. Our divorce was a mutual decision. However, Mary was blaming me for the cost of the separation. What was most exhausting for me was having to pay the price for her personal anger while my career was approaching its peak. I simply expressed the difficulties we experienced in our marriage sincerely. I was not pursuing manipulation as she claims. I also lost projects during that period, but I did not blame Mary for it. That's a fair point. The sole reason for this lawsuit is financial expectation. I absolutely do not accept the requested amount. Documents state that the media company Jupiter Media Group unilaterally terminated its contract with Mary Winston. So it is showing that she wasn't lying about that. Morrow was mentioned once and never again. Yeah, who the fuck is Morrow Winters in this? The dialogue between the host and Josh Daniel during broadcasts he participated in. Reporter: Your divorce from Mary Winston was widely discussed in the tabloids. What would you like to say? Mr. Daniel: Living with Mary was not easy. Once I started living with her, I realized she was a very different person. Why would living with Mary be difficult? You wouldn't believe this if I told you, but one night I caught Mary having sexual intercourse with her. At times she would also drink her own urine. Guess the divorce was the right decision, Daniel. Yes, people understand me now. Why was there laughter? That's not something to laugh at. That's disgusting. No. Unjustified. Well, hold on. Because he could have lied, is the thing. I hate these people now. Miss Winston, what would you like to say? Your Honor, I did not participate in any interviews during our divorce process, but Josh appeared on live broadcasts at every opportunity and portrayed me negatively to my audience. Even my fans sent me these videos. He carried out a one-sided smear campaign. Mr. Daniel, what is your defense in this matter? What they said is incorrect, Your Honor. I just explained to people why we broke up, but I never intended to defame her. Mary, my profession, loves to exaggerate and dramatize everything. It wasn't because of me. Her career was harmed because people got to know Mary more closely during this process. Yeah, no. I don't care how much of a corrupt judge I'm trying to be. That's just disgusting. The wife is still possessed. Amon Kell and Marcel Torin. Has a criminal record. How do you not have a criminal record and yet you're here? You have like the same origin jumper as him. How do you not have a criminal record, Mr. Kell? Charges of rape and beating. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. We gotta pull up our bootstraps for this. Lyra Haven. Who's Lyra Haven? Hold on. We gotta, hold on. Lyra Haven called a taxi to go home after leaving the Nightwave nightclub. Although she had consumed some alcohol, she was conscious and fell asleep in the vehicle after sharing her address with the taxi driver. When she woke up and saw that the taxi was waiting in a forested area, she immediately wanted to get out of the vehicle and run away. However, the taxi driver, who quickly followed her, struck Lyra Heaven from behind with an object, knocking her unconscious. When she woke up, she found herself in blood, realizing she had been assaulted and hitchhiked her way to the police station. During the search, the license plate of the taxi that Lyra Haven had ridden in was checked, and it was found that the owner of the taxi was Marcel Torin, who was subsequently arrested. And how the fuck is Eamon Kell here? Hold on. Lyra Haven. The night of the incident, I was feeling really down. I had an argument with my coworker, so I went out to have a drink. I had a little alcohol at the club and then got into a taxi to go home. It was late at night, and I must have fallen asleep in the car. When I woke up, the vehicle was in a remote area surrounded by trees. I immediately panicked and wanted to escape, so I opened the door and ran. He quickly followed me, and I don't remember anything after that. I couldn't clearly see the taxi driver's face because it was dark. My phone also ran out of battery, so I had to hitchhike. Eamon Kell was involved in this statement. Okay. So this is Mr. Torrance' statement. I don't know what you're talking about. I was at my cousin's house that day. Taxi may be under my name, but I have the car to my friend. But I gave the car to my friend who wanted to work that day. His name is Eamon Kell. I knew that sly guy had a weakness for women, but I never expected this. Following the statement given by Marcel Torin, Eamon Kell was arrested. This is Mr. Kell's statement. Yes, I was using the taxi the day of the incident, but I drove it in the morning. Before evening, I gave it back to Marcel. I hate using the taxi when it's dark. All the troublesome people get into my car at that time. I drove the taxi in the morning, and in the evening, I was watching a movie at home. So they're blaming each other for this shit. Gotcha. Wound on the head area due to heart impact. To Eamon Kell's. Oh, wait, hold on. DNA, Eamon Kell's DNA. Am I missing something? Hold on. Because it looks like they both matched me. Right? Not only do they both match, but they look like the exact same. Why do they both match? And then, like, Lyra Haven's DNA is, like, on this end, but then Lyra Haven's DNA is on this end. Is there, like, a discrepancy that I don't see? Check the top of the first one. Oh, you're right. Good call, Sky. Because it's yellow to blue and red to green instead of yellow to green and red to blue. Yeah, this would be right. So that's Torrens. He tried to throw his friend under the bus for this shit? Hold on. Mr. Torn, your friend says he drove the taxi during the day and returned it to you in the evening. What do you have to say about this? This is a lie. He gave me the car the next morning. Mr. Kell, was the taxi with Mr. Marcel Torn the night of the incident? I swear to you, yes, Your Honor. I returned the car before evening. After that, I don't know what he got up to. I got raised. Putting that son of a bitch to death. Because I think it was Mr. Torrin that had the criminal record anyway, and either way, I just genuinely don't care. Not only did what he do was, like, just outright despicable, but then, like, he wasn't even, like, trying to own up to it either. Like, nah. Your wife says she wants to travel abroad on your wedding anniversary. The price is $7,500. We can afford that. Yeah, it was him that had the record. Good. An arrest warrant has been issued for the former Interior Minister. The minister has not been caught yet. Oh. Colin Elo will not leave this hearing without being convicted today. If you can't make that happen, we'll make his children pay for the punishment. Think carefully and decide, Judge. Alright, bet. What is it? Murder? Got you. Murder. What's this thing? Has no criminal record, so you're only getting 14 years, bud. I feel awful. I hate being a corrupt judge because, like, it's just so thoughtless. You know what I mean? Like, it's so selfish and thoughtless. Alright, let's see. Nathan Brooks. No criminal record, positive on the health test, and has national status and charged with money laundering. In recent months, Nathan Brooks, known by the nickname B-Butt, who broadcasts on the Stream Hub platform, received consecutive high-value donations from a single user during a live stream. The repetition of donation amounts within a short period and the fact that similar cases have previously been associated with money laundering attracted the attention of other streamers, and the matter was reported to the platform management. In the bank's investigation, it was observed that the donating user had previously made sudden and irregular payments of similar amounts. This raised the bank's suspicions. The bank's cybersecurity unit, by tracking the user's identity, determined that the transactions could be linked to payments intentionally sent back by Nathan Brooks. Following this, Nathan Brooks was taken into custody and his statement was taken. This is Mr. Brooks' statement. I am an ordinary streamer doing my job. I play games and chat during my streams. Anyone who follows me can send donations. Why should it be a crime for someone to like and support me? It's not possible for me to know the details of the donations sent. Investigating the source of this money is not my responsibility. I simply do my stream and people support me as they wish. Let's open this. Oh god, it's one of these. Well, there we go. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The mutual message dialogue between Nathan Brooks and the donating follower, who is Miles Green. Hello, am I speaking with Nathan Brooks? Yes, it's mine. How did you find my number? Don't worry about that part. I have a good offer for you. What kind of offer? I will make large donations to your streams. You will then transfer back to me the percentage of the donations we've agreed on. That way we both make serious money. Is this really safe? Don't worry. Think simple. You just send the money back. I'll take care of the rest. Let's meet face to face. We'll see. Great. I can't wait to see you. A donation of $7,000 from Miles Green to Nathan Brooks. And another $2,000 from from Nathan Brooks to Miles Green. Didn't you wonder about the source of the money in exchange for receiving such large donations? Your Honor, these numbers are not things within my control. I mean, they were. You were just talking to him. You didn't know the donations were made with stolen cards back then, did you? No. How could I know the source of a donation made to me via the internet? So you return a certain percentage of the donations you receive to the same user. Is this something a streamer would typically do? I think I must have accidentally given an automatic payment instruction. It wasn't intentional. So you accidentally sent $2,000 back to the same person that gave you like a $7,000 donation? Like, I can't even, like, make this shit up. I can't even, like, twist this into, like, anything corrupt because it's just right there. Let's see. Did he have a criminal record? No. So that would be 6 years and a $50,000 fine. I would honestly increase the fine considering, like, the amount of money being, like, tossed around. That's like $9,000 total. Oh, wait. Repeated 55 times. Repeatedly sent back to the same individual. So I'm gonna assume it's, like, the same amount, like, 55 times, like, back and forth, so I'm gonna have to do some math. 1 second. So 7,000 times 55 that would be 385,000 just from this. Okay, so hold on. Let me write this number down somewhere. So 385,000. This pen is shit. I need a new pen. You. 385,000. Then we gotta do 2,000 times 55 just to get like a rough estimate. That would be 110,000. And then just to really book them, we're gonna add the $50,000 fine onto that. So 50,000. 0, 0, 0, 5, 6 plus 8. So that would be 14, 5. So that would be $545,000 fine. That seems more appropriate. In the 6 years, I think, also. seems somewhat fine. Like, it doesn't feel right, but at the same time, I couldn't, like, provide, like, a better year amount. So, there we go. Wait a minute. I spent the 7,500 on the vacation flight. Why do I still have 10,000? Alexei Korolev's claim that the child born to his ex-wife Melissa Hartley is his biological child. Alexei Korolev and Melissa Hartley were unable to have children during their marriage. 7 months later, after the divorce, Melissa Hartley gave birth. The plaintiff, Alexei, believes the child was conceived after their marriage was still ongoing and therefore thinks he is the biological father. The defendant, Madeline... Madeline? It's Melissa! Why am I getting different names? What is this? Claims that the child's father is currently Erwin Richter, with whom she is living. This is Mr. Korolev's statement. Only a few months had passed since our divorce. I learned that my ex-wife had given birth. Naturally, it is obvious that the child was conceived during our marriage. I do not believe she cheated on me. All I want is to be officially recognized as the father of my child. The child and Alexei. Blue. Oh. Now it's not. Damn. The child does not belong to Alexei Korolev. Ooh. What would you like to say regarding this matter, Miss Hartley? Alexei is not my child's father. I have no doubt about this. Please leave us alone now. During the marriage, was there ever a moment when you thought your spouse was cheating on you, Mr. Korolev? Never. Melissa would never do this to me. That's why I wanted this to be clarified. What are even the options for this? It was decided that the child be registered under Alexei Korolev, or it is decided to reject the request to register the child under Alexei Korolev's civil records. I mean... fuck. There's no way to twist it. This is another situation where it's just straight up the thing. Like, how am I gonna, like, take a DNA and say, like, oh, like, they could still be this, blah, 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 and, like, no. No. DNA is, like, the fact. It's not, like, it's not even an opinion or anything. I got another raise, yay! Let's end the day. Ryoji Tanaka is our leader, and today he will be acquitted. If he is convicted, a heavy penalty will be waiting for you at the end of the day. We expect you to be a compliant judge and follow our instructions. Okay, but the less I know, the better with these sorts of things. I'm gonna be so honest. Because otherwise I'm just gonna be mad. Jeff Maldonado. Maldonado. Oh god, the charges. Okay. Can I just execute him? Okay. Last week, Marta Grande took her 12-year-old daughter, Lena Dane, to the children's park to play. Lena, who disappeared while playing in the park, was reported to the police by her mother when she couldn't be found. Hold on, I'm just moving the chair because I was a bit too far away. Following the police search and security camera review, it was determined that Dina Lane... Jesus, I'm mixing everything up. Lena Dane was forcibly abducted by a person named Jeff Maldonado near the park. As a result of the police raid, Jeff Maldonado was arrested at his home along with the unconscious Lena Dane. This is Lena's statement. I saw a man with a green coat and hood while playing in the park. It looked very similar to the coat my father wore. I thought it was my father and ran to hug him. He told me, "I'm your dad's friend. He's waiting at our house. Let's go." I wanted to tell Mom, but he dragged me away. When he arrived at the house, no one was there. I wanted to go back to my mom, I cried. He got very angry and hit me. After that, my head spun and I don't remember what happened. When I came to, I was in a lot of pain. Jesus Christ. This is the mom's statement. I haven't been divorced from... Huh? I haven't been divorced from my wife for long. He was using drugs, so I kept my daughter away from him. My daughter was very attached to her father. I tried to be both a mother and father to Lena. Please don't let that disgusting creature live. I'm not. This is Mr. Maldonado's statement. Look, I am the victor of a misunderstanding. The girl was shouting "Dad" as she was coming to me. When she suddenly hugged me, I thought she was interested in me. I invited her to my house. I couldn't tell her age. She looked older. I didn't intend to harm her. Once she came to my house, she started shouting. I panicked and pushed her. She fell and fainted. You're stupid. You're stupid if you think that I'm gonna believe that. Like, I may be corrupt, but I'm not stupid. Then we'll bring this over. Do a loop around with that. We'll put this down. These up. Bring that through. Then we'll bring this over. Bring these over. And then the rest is easy. Wound in the head area due to hard impact. A bone fracture due to impact. So she was injured. DNA sample found on Lena's person. It's a match. And there's digital evidence. Yep. I honestly don't care if he doesn't have a criminal record. You're gonna die. Death. That genuinely made me sick. Just reading that. Martin Redrow was brought into the country and a trial is expected to be in the coming days. possibly give a bribe? Martin Redrow. He was the guy that was like sending all of the emails. Corruption, incitement to murder, taking part in organized criminal activities. And all of that's gonna be halved because he's old! No. It was claimed in the statements of different defendants that Martin Redrow was involved in various crimes during his time as an Interior Minister. I mean, do we even have to read this? Because we know that he was involved in, like, the other crime. Hold on. As a result of the investigations, it was determined that Martin Redrow used many police officers and intelligence agents to take part in various crimes. This way, it was claimed that he established an organized crime game, popularly known as the Mafia, and carried out his activities. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. We know. Mr. Redrow's statement, I don't know where to start. I think it's time some things finally came to light. What can a person do in the face of so much evil? Yes, I ordered the murder of the CEOs of the company because they hadn't accepted our offers. Yes, I was the one who got the cartel arrested and silenced them in prison because they were making my business harder. Stupid Armando blew up the parliament to punish me. I knew there were lawmakers supporting me. He wanted to intimidate them, and it worked. They promised that if I eliminated the Prime Minister, they would put me in his place. I assigned my most trusted man to the job, but they had him caught. It was when I realized there was people within the organization undermining me. Eventually, they incited the public and removed me from my position as well. So he's, like, not even hiding it. So this goes straight across, this goes up here, this goes up here, and this goes here. Information about Mafia members and plans of past actions. Those who were raided on Martin Redrow's house. 28 million worth in cash, gold, and jewels. Many unlicensed pistols and rifles as well. The MPs you mentioned in your statement who supported you, who are they? One of them was already caught at the hotel. I cannot disclose the names of the others. From where? You've already confessed your guilt, although there are some inconsistencies. It's not my life that matters. There are still people I love in this life, and I cannot afford to hurt them. Just know that person is from the ruling party. Isn't the man you trust the most the famous police officer who leaves roses? Do you have anything to do with his death? No. Even though Jim may have been a psychopath who did this for pleasure, I cared about him and he was one of the men I trusted. I believe it was the word of Sigmund and others within the organization. You were given a very important task to serve the people, and you abused your position. You betrayed the people, and you know that the punishment for this will be very severe. Do you regret all you've done? I have no regrets. This is the Banana Republic. The reason for corrupt governments is for people without virtue. I have nothing further to say, Your Honor. Damn. Okay. We're gonna let him go. Cause it's like, I'm not gonna mess with this. I'm not. As a corrupt judge, I'm not. End of the day. 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 Oh. There's no evidence, no law. The filing of a lawsuit seeking the dissolution of the ruling party BCP. The defendant, the party spokesperson Gregor Hawthorne, is attending the hearing on behalf of the BCP. The plaintiff is representing the opposition bloc. Mr. Peter Mercer is attending the hearing. The former Minister of the Interior claimed in the case he was being tried for that some members of his party were linked to corruption and illegal organizations. After these allegations, opposition blocs acted together and demanded the establishment of an investigative commission in the parliament. Oh shit. Oh no, don't investigate the corruption, because I'm part of that. Yeah. Wait. Oh, continuation of the political existence of the BCP. That's what I would want as a corrupt judge. Gotcha. There was a coup. Oh damn, fuck. The judiciary was transferred to military courts, and a prosecution has been launched against a group of state employees, including you. Damn. The end. You started working for a cleaning company. I mean, I honestly expected worse with some of the shit I pulled. Thank you for playing. I don't think you would thank me if you knew how corrupt I was being today. We still got some time. We could do a little of I Am the Law. We could probably start a new game. Continue being a little corrupt. I speak English. Enter your name. Piper. Welcome to the I Am the Law mode. There are 30 new cases in this mode. Decisions made in these lawsuits have no consequences, allowing you to decide as you wish. You are the law. Oh, so I could just go hog wild. He went back to crime scene simulator. Crime scene cleaner, I guess. Yeah. The cases are designed for role-playing, featuring moral dilemmas and true case references. You will earn 500 for each case. With this money, you can play Blackjack and Wheel of Fortune. We recommend this game mode for players who have finished the story section. Have fun. Don't come home for a while. I don't want to see your face. You've neglected us a lot lately. Your children are growing up without a father because of you. You have always prioritized your work over your family. Maybe you'll have a chance to thank that during this time. But I paid for the wedding trip. Well, case one. The Arrow couple, who recently bought a house from Rewax Real Estate, requested to return the house. One piece of digital evidence in this case. Leora and Evan Arrow purchased an isolated countryside house from Rewax Emlac, with the intention of building a life away from the city. A few weeks after the couple moved in, they claimed that unexplained events occurred in the house. Noises heard at night, furniture constantly being moved, and a feeling that someone was watching them in the house, leading them to request the return of the house. The Arrow couple stated that they recorded these sounds with a voice recorder and that breathing, crawling sounds and whispers were heard in the recordings at dawn. Excuse me. The couple obtained a psychiatric evaluation report to prove that what they experienced was not psychological. The report stated that both of them were completely mentally sound. Upon reviewing old police records, it was determined that the house had once been inhabited by a woman who committed suicide by hanging herself years ago. Jesus. This is Mr. Arrow's statement. At first, everything was normal. I thought we were just tired, so we didn't pay attention to the objects shifting on their own. But after a few days, we started hearing footsteps and door scraping and whispering noises at night. The real breaking point was the bathroom incident. What does that mean? Oh, they're gonna talk about it. Okay. While Leora was showering, the entire room was filled with steam. The moment she wiped the mirror, she saw that woman behind her. Her face had a purplish hue. Her eyes looked as if they were bulging out. Her neck was completely twisted to the side. Leora ran outside screaming. At first, I didn't believe her until I experienced the same thing myself. One night, I heard a sound in the basement. When I went downstairs, the door locked behind me. A cold breath was blown onto the back of my neck. When I turned around, there was no one, but there were wet footprints in the middle of the basement. When we listened to the audio recordings, when we heard those whispers, that breathing, we realized we had to leave the house immediately. REWAC's real estate employee Jeff Bergman, this is his statement. This couple specifically told me they wanted a house that was quite isolated and rarely visited by anyone. I know what these types of people are trying to do. First, they attach a curse story to the house, then they go on TV shows and become famous. I listened to the audio recordings. I'll be honest, it's completely fabricated. You can do all of this even on a phone, and now artificial intelligence can even generate screams. I'm not fooled that easily. That was exactly like my first thought. Oh, there's the evidence. Home sale contract and the health reports. Mrs. Arrow, I should say, because they're married. Why did you specifically tell the real estate agent that you wanted a secluded house? We were tired of city life. We were looking for a place where we could clear our heads. Did you know what happened to the house's former owner? Of course not. We were not such strange people that we would knowingly buy a cursed house. Besides you, did anyone else in the house see the presence you mentioned, Mr. Arrow? Unfortunately, Your Honor, we haven't been there long, and after what we witnessed, we couldn't even invite our friends over. Mr. Bergman, why do you not want to cancel the sale? Your Honor, these people will fabricate such rumors to increase their own fame and wealth. Then, when I reclaim the property, its value will drop to half because of these rumors, and I will suffer losses. This is unacceptable. So, let's hear the recording. That makes no sense. I couldn't even place what was happening in that recording. And aspects of it did just genuinely seem really fake, so yeah, no. Refuse. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, so I'm actually gonna leave it here. Thank you everyone who came to the stream. I might actually do like a little bit more more JudgeSim with like corrupt stuff, so that way we can like do some like really weird, crazy shit and just like do whatever we want. The fuck? Sorry, I was What the fuck is happening? Anyway, I don't know what the hell that noise is. I'm probably just hearing neighbors and whatnot. I'd love to see more JudgeSim. Yeah, we're probably gonna continue at least a little bit more JudgeSim stuff next Monday. Mainly just to like explore the I am the law thing, because I don't think I did that in my first go around. Then this week is pizzeria, and then this Friday we're going to try to do Mouse PI for Hire. Give it one more honest go. And if we can't continue it, then I'm not gonna force it. So then we have the rough idea of the next week as well, with more JudgeSim next Monday, then the Freezer Rear next Wednesday, and then Friday is undetermined at the moment. But again, thank you for coming to the stream, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. And also, happy Pride! Bye!